You don't think she was toxic because she never hit you. She made you breakfast. She showed up to your school events. But damage doesn't always leave a mark you can see, and some of the deepest wounds come from the mothers who looked perfect on the outside. Today I'm going to walk you through 7 signs you were raised by a toxic mother, the kind of signs that don't show up until you're an adult, struggling in your relationships, your career, or just trying to feel like you're enough. These aren't the obvious red flags. These are the quiet ones. The ones you've been making excuses for your whole life. Sign number 1, you feel guilty for being happy. When something good happens to you, your first instinct isn't excitement. It's anxiety. You think, is this okay? Am I allowed to feel this? That's because growing up, your happiness was conditional. Maybe she got jealous when you succeeded. Maybe she made your good news about her bad day. You learned that your joy was a threat to her mood, so you buried it. Now, even when life is good, you're waiting for permission to celebrate, permission that never comes. Sign number 2, she made you responsible for her emotions. You weren't allowed to just be a kid. If she was sad, it was your job to cheer her up. If she was angry, you had to tiptoe around the house and fix whatever was wrong. She might have said things like, "You're stressing me out," or, "After all I've done for you, this is how you treat me?" You became her therapist, her emotional support, her purpose. And now, as an adult, you feel responsible for everyone's feelings. You can't say no. You can't set boundaries. Because somewhere deep down, you still believe that love means carrying someone else's pain. Sign number 3, you were praised for being easy or mature. Everyone loved how well-behaved you were, how you never caused trouble, how you were so mature for your age. But here's the truth, you weren't mature. You were suppressed. You learned early that having needs made you a burden. So you stopped asking. You stopped crying. You made yourself small and invisible because that's what kept the peace. And now, as an adult, you still struggle to take up space. You still feel selfish for wanting things. You still apologize for existing. Sign number 4, she competed with you instead of celebrating you. When you got into college, she mentioned how she could have gone to a better school if she'd had the chance. When you got a promotion, she reminded you of her career sacrifices. When you looked good, she made a comment about her body when she was your age. She couldn't just be proud of you. Your success somehow diminished hers. And now you dim your own light. You downplay your achievements. You feel guilty for outgrowing her. Because you were raised to believe that shining made someone else disappear. Sign number 5, you can't tell when someone is actually being mean to you. You're the person who gives people 100 chances. Who makes excuses for bad behavior. Who says, maybe they're just having a bad day, even when it's been a bad year. That's because your baseline for normal treatment was set so low. If she was having a good day, you were grateful. If she wasn't screaming, that counted as love. You never learned what respect actually looks like. So now you tolerate disrespect and call it patience. You mistake inconsistency for complexity. And you stay in situations that are slowly breaking you because leaving feels like giving up. Sign number 6, she told you that you were too sensitive. Anytime you got upset, she dismissed it. You're overreacting. You're too emotional. Why are you crying over nothing? Your feelings were treated like inconveniences. So you learned to doubt yourself. You second-guess your own emotions. Even now, when someone hurts you, your first thought isn't "that was wrong," it's "maybe I'm being dramatic." You've spent your whole life convinced that your pain isn't valid. That's not sensitivity. That's survival. You were gaslit into thinking that your reality didn't matter. Sign number 7, you feel like you owe her everything. She reminds you of everything she sacrificed. Every dollar she spent. Every sleepless night. Every time she put you first. And she's right, she did those things. But here's what toxic mothers don't tell you. That's what you're supposed to do when you have a child. You don't owe someone your entire life because they fed you. You don't owe someone blind loyalty because they didn't abandon you. She made you believe that love is a debt. And now, even when she hurts you, you can't walk away. Because you've been taught that leaving would make you ungrateful. These signs hit close to home. I need you to hear this. It wasn't your fault. You were a child. You didn't choose how you were raised. You didn't choose to learn that love meant sacrifice, silence, and shrinking yourself. But here's the powerful part. You're not that child anymore. You can unlearn what she taught you. You can start setting boundaries. You can start believing that your feelings matter. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I make videos like this every week to help you understand your past so you can finally heal from it. And if you want me to make a part 2 covering what happens when you finally set boundaries with a toxic mother, drop a comment and let me know. Also, I'm curious, which sign hit you the hardest? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes just naming it out loud is the first step to freedom. You deserved better. And it's not too late to give that to yourself.